Hey guys, you've been asking for some more Harry Potter videos, so I'm here to quench your thirst. There are a lot of spells in the Harry Potter universe of various levels of power and usefulness. While certain situations call for certain spells, there are some that prove to be immensely powerful in many situations. I'm Rob Mackenzie Lafergie with Top 10 Nerd, and here are the top 10 most powerful spells in Harry Potter. Number 10. Protego Maxima. This is one of the few defensive spells on this list, but considering its impressive power, it would be a travesty not to include it. Protego Maxima is an improved version of the shield charm Protego, and creates a strong magical barrier that can defend against most magical attacks. It's best used when several witches and wizards use it in conjunction, as we saw in the scene of the Battle of Hogwarts. In a world where giant blasts and explosions are just a flick of a wand away, it's important to have a strong defense ready, and Protego Maxima is an excellent spell for that. Number 9. Bomba Maxima. The explosion spell. Bomba Maxima is a powerful spell that can create large explosions, used to demolish walls or break through other things. It's a more powerful version of the Bombarda spell, and is perhaps best known as the spell Umbridge used to enter the Room of Requirement in Order of the Phoenix.
Bombarda Maxima.
It's kinda hard to tell if this is stronger than Reducto, but since it has more syllables and has Maxima in it, I'm inclined to say yes. While not as useful as some of the other spells on this list, the sheer power of this spell is undeniable. Number 8. Obliviate. The memory charm may not be seen by many as a particularly powerful spell, but if you think about it, it is pretty insane. With this you can make people forget things or even implant new memories into them.
Obliviate.
The impact you can have on a person's life using a memory charm is absurd. Whether you're making them think more highly of you or making them forget something you did, so the next time someone waves in my direction and I wave back only to learn that they were waving at someone behind me, I can just go, Obliviate! Instead of curling up in a ball and crying. Number 7. Fiend Fire. This is one spell that is just straight up awesome. Fiend Fire is a spell that allows the user to summon a giant, all-consuming creation of flame, often in the form of an animal. This fire can't be extinguished with water, either ordinary or magical, and seems to possess a sort of conscience of its own. It isn't particularly difficult to use the spell, but it is very difficult to control, as Crabbe learned in the Room of Requirement. While in the right hands it can be used for good, the destructive power of fire often lends itself to more evil acts. But regardless of who's using it, it's safe to say that Fiend Fire is one of the most powerful spells out there. Number 6. Apparition. Apparition is an incredibly useful spell for any witch or wizard, allowing them to teleport anywhere they wish. Whether they're using it to zap down the stairs or across the country, Apparition would probably be the most useful of all these spells in real life. While a lot of other spells on this list focus on battle or harming others, Apparition would be extremely powerful in terms of usefulness. Maybe you want to use it to rob a bank, maybe you want to help people, maybe you just hate the morning commute. In any case, it's one heck of a powerful spell. Number 5. The Horcrux spell. While this isn't exactly one particular spell, the process of creating a Horcrux is an incredibly powerful thing, allowing one to avoid death. While it comes with significant drawbacks, if one desires everlasting life, this is incredibly powerful. To create a Horcrux, one must tear one's own soul into parts, tainting the user of the spell.
And how does one split his soul, sir?
I think you already know the answer to that, Tom.
Murder.
It's viewed as an affront against nature and a dark act, and has only been successfully performed by a select few witches and wizards. The most famous of these is, of course, Voldemort, who created 7 Horcruxes in a misguided attempt to guarantee his continued existence.
Merlin's beard, Tom. Isn't it bad enough to consider killing one person? To rip the soul into 7 pieces.
Number 4. Crucio. The Cruciatus curse is one of the 3 unforgivable curses, and for good reason. Also known as the torture curse, this causes the victim to feel intense pain, which can only be relieved by the user of the curse. It's obviously used in torture to get information out of people, having famously driven the Longbottoms mad.
Crucio!
While it's not the most useful spell for most normal people who don't want to torture people, it is an absurdly strong spell in the hands of a dark wizard. Number 3. Imperio. This unforgivable curse allows one to control the actions of another person.
Ngosio. Imperio!
While the Imperius curse is unique among the unforgivable curses in that it's possible to defend against, it is an incredibly powerful curse. This is used often to great effect by dark wizards and is even used as an excuse by certain people in court to deny their intentional involvement. It's pretty terrifying to think that you could be minding your own business then suddenly awaken with a dead body in your hands.
The Imperius curse?
Oh, yeah, your father would know all about that. Gave the ministry quite a bit of grief a few years ago.
The ability to steal someone's agency and control their actions is a power that nobody should wield. Number 2, Avada Kedavra. The killing curse is without a doubt one of the most powerful spells ever. Having the ability to just make someone dead by saying a word to them is some Black Bolt level of insane.
Avada Kedavra!
It's no surprise that this was deemed an unforgivable curse, although that doesn't stop the Death Eaters from using it.
Avada Kedavra!
There's no way to defend against it except with love, apparently, which makes it obscenely strong and dangerous. Now you may be thinking, wait, Avada Kedavra is number 2? Then what the heck is number 1? Well, I'll tell you. Number 1, the Hour Reversal Charm. This is the charm used in the creation of the Time Turners that lets the user travel back in time up to 5 hours. This is probably the most overpowered thing ever and basically ruins so much of the logic in Harry Potter.
3 turns should do it, I think.
This charm does exist on its own, but it's made safer and more efficient by using it with an artifact like the Time Turner Hourglass. I don't think I have to explain why time travel is incredibly powerful. Something went wrong? Bloop, no it didn't. Don't know the answer to a question? Look it up, bloop, you're a genius. Something pissing you off? Yell at them all you like, punch them in the face, do whatever you want, then bloop, you're back. Seriously, it's way overpowered and definitely shouldn't be a thing. But since it is a thing, it's gotta be number 1. That's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please throw me a thumbs up and subscribe to Top 10 Nerd for more videos. Did I forget a spell? Let me know which one you think should have been on the list in the comments down below. Until next time, I'm Ron Mackenzie LaFergie with Top 10 Nerd. Later, nerds.